I'm a wild robot.
Oh dear.
The Wild Robot, where things are not as they seem. Our robot was supposed to be delivered to a nice family in the suburbs, helping them with whatever task they asked of her. But when a storm stranded her on an island with nothing but animals to serve, she was a bit confused. What kind of jobs can you do for animals? Turns out there's just one job available, looking after a little gooseling who's the runt of his litter, Bright Bill. Just look at that adorable little face. How could you say no to that? So now our basic robot has to evolve into Mombot.
I do not have the programming to be a mother.
Well, that's fine, because luckily you have a sneaky little fox that's willing to help out. He's not doing this out of the kindness of his heart, obviously. He's doing it for the tons of free food and the nice soft bed by a fire. Who knows? Maybe he'll even find a little bit of that parenting spirit in the future. And into the future we go, as we have a bit of a time skip from Bright Bill being a baby bird into being a weird teenage bird. Did you think a goose being raised by a robot and a fox would be normal? So like any weird teen, he's ostracized from his peers, leaving quite a conundrum. How does he learn to fly and join their migration before winter comes? This reintroduction to Bright Bill is done very well. Sure, he's weird and clunky, but that's why we love him so much. He's just trying to do his best, much like Mombot is. We see that throughout her reintroduction and by how much she's changed since the start of this movie. It's a bit sad we don't get to see it directly because it happens behind the time skip, but that's just me. Father Fox is the true sad case here. He doesn't get the best reintroduction and kind of falls to the wayside, becoming more of a side character for the rest of the movie. And the best part about all of this is our little dysfunctional family here serves as a love letter to parents out there. It's not easy raising a kid, and it will change you in one form or another. But as it stands, this movie does a lot more than it really should. Instead of focusing on our dysfunctional family, we have the entire forest community that we have a character arc for. We have a beaver, which gets some screen time and a little bit of a character arc. We have the humans that made Mombot as well, and their contribution to the story as they try and retrieve her. And we have a few characters that come out of left field. A goose that wants to help Bright Bill succeed, and a hawk that helps him learn how to fly. Both of which feel forced into this movie, considering throughout the entire movie, the entire forest community views Mombot as a monster. Well, minus those that actually get to talk to her and know her. So when this goose and hawk come up willing to help, it just breaks the continuity of the movie a little bit. And with all of this going on, it creates a rushed feeling for this movie, especially through some of these character arcs. If they had reduced some of these side characters and side plots, this one would have been a slam dunk. There are amazing visuals here with an amazing story. I loved watching Mombot and Bright Bill on the screen, as they had some great character moments, whether by themselves or together, even if their arcs felt a little bit rushed after the time skip. You have the slapstick elements for kids, and some wonderful heartfelt moments for the parents. This one really was made with the family in mind, and while not quite as good as something like Finding Nemo or Toy Story, I think it's worth watching. Just maybe wait until this one comes out on streaming first.